goes around comes around. Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I'm going to narrate the story A Trickster Spider from an old African folktale. One day, an ancient spider picked some very tasty yams from his garden. He baked them with much care and they came out quite delicious. He couldn't wait to sit down and eat them. Just then, there was a knock at his door. It was Turtle, who had been traveling all day and was very tired and hungry. "Hello, Anansi. I have been walking for so long and I smell the most delicious yams I have ever smelled. Would you be so kind as to share your meal with me?" Anansi could not refuse, as it was the custom in his country to share a meal with visitors at mealtime. But he was not very happy. Anansi was a little too greedy. He wanted the delicious yams all to himself. So he thought and came up with an idea. "Please do come in, Turtle. I would be honored to have you as my guest this evening. Sit down, have a chair and help yourself." Turtle came inside and sat down. But just as he reached for a yam, Anansi asked, "Turtle, don't you know better than to come to the table with dirty hands?" Turtle looked down at his hands and saw that they were filthy. He had been crawling all day and had not had a chance to clean up. He got up and went to the river to clean himself. He walked all the way back to the house, and Anansi had already begun to eat. "I didn't want these tasty yams to get cold, so I had to begin. But please do join me now, Turtle." But by the time he sat down at the table, Anansi had finished up the last bit of the tasty yams and nothing was left. Turtle looked at Anansi for a moment and said, "Thank you for sharing your meal with me. If you ever find yourself near my house, please let me return the favor." And he slowly walked out of the door. After some days, Anansi the spider came to Turtle's house, remembering the free dinner Turtle offered. He found Turtle on a river bank. "Hello, Anansi. Have you come to share evening meal with me?" asked Turtle. "Oh, yes," said Anansi, who is growing hungrier and hungrier by the minute. Turtle went underwater to his house to set up the table for the two of them. Soon he came back to the bank and said, "Your place is waiting and the food is ready. Please join me." Turtle dived underwater and began to slowly eat his meal. Anansi jumped into the water but could not get down to the bottom of the river. He tried to swim down, but he was so light that he kept popping back up to the surface. He tried diving, he tried belly flops, he tried run jump. But nothing would help him get down to the river bottom. In the meantime, Turtle was slowly eating his meal. Anansi was not about to give up the free dinner and was running around wondering what he would do, and finally had an idea. He started grabbing rocks and stones and stuffed them into his jacket pockets. Now, when he jumped into the water, he sank right down to the bottom and was able to take his place at the table. The table was beautiful and full of delicious food, and Nancy could not wait to start his meal. But just as he reached for his first serving, Turtle stopped eating and spoke. "In our country, we do not wear our jackets to the table." And Anansi noticed that Turtle had removed his own jacket before sitting down. Anansi started to remove his jacket. As soon as it was off of his shoulders, he went swimming back up to the surface and popped out onto the riverbank. He stuck his head into the water and saw Turtle slowly enjoying that wonderful dinner. The moral of the story is we should be mindful of how we treat others, because most times if we are unkind or mean to others, then one day we too are going to be treated like that. Which is why the saying, what goes around comes around. Thank you.